Hi everyone, it's Lisa from Stitching the Dream, here all by myself while Crystal recovers from her illness. She's getting better day by day. Thank you all for wishing her well and speedy recovery and voicing your concerns for her well-being. That was really kind and really nice to hear. She's back home, she's doing well little by little, getting stronger and stronger, and is hoping to have an outing for lunch tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. I hope she can, but I don't want her to push herself either. So today is Tuesday, February the 23rd, and I think we're going to have a little visitor. Hold on. Hey, buddy. Look who's here. It's Goose. He never comes to visit. Hi, Goosey Goose. Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember, but probably the last time he was on a video, he was about this big. Huh, how about that? Making an appearance, little cameo. How about that? So this last couple weeks have been actually weirdly busy for me. I've had my daughter and her brand new baby and her husband down from Dayton quite a bit. She's on maternity leave, so it's easy for her to come and stay a couple days, and you know, I think she appreciates the extra help with the baby, and I appreciate having the baby here, so that's always fun. And I did some babysitting for my other daughter and her four a couple of times in the last little bit. I had them all over for dinner and a movie the other night while they went out on date night, and I went to her house yesterday to babysit all four of them while she had a doctor's appointment. So always a good time. Always a good time. They are so cute and really weirdly good kids. Stitching wise, I've stitched a lot. Some of you guys gave me some advice on what to stitch and what strategy to use on stitching some of my things going forward because of that stupid long whip list. Although my list of whips compared to some people's I've been watching, not so bad. I'm feeling quite good about myself that mine was as short as it is. Some of you, wow, impressive. Although watching FlossTube videos, I watch as I stitch, and I have a notepad and a pen next to me, and I'm taking notes like crazy because it's like, ooh, I love that one. Ooh, I love that pattern. Ooh, oh. So I bought some. I'll show you the ones that I bought here a little bit. But let me show you what I was stitching on a little bit. What I did, I put my larger projects on my little tiny decision wheel, and I spun it. I thought that's a good place to start. So I spun my tiny decision wheel, and I figured whatever came up, I would stitch for a week. I actually only did it for 5 days, but I meant to do it for a week. Anyway, there's a reason that I only did for 5 days, and I'll share that too. So this is what came up, Aria Festosa. This is what came up on my decision wheel. So if you remember, on my whip walkthrough, this was one of my starts last year, and all I had done was a squirrel's butt, just one butt of one squirrel. So after 5 days of stitching on this guy, I have, oops, sorry, trying to be organized, and I'm taking way too long to show this. I have that. I have an entire squirrel and almost an entire tail. A couple of Christmas ornaments, a little bit of ribbon. Yeah, so I did this for 5 days, and then Mark left for a business trip. And when Mark leaves for a business trip, out comes the Mark stitching projects. So I pulled out Raising the Flag because he was gone for a few days, 4 days, I think 4 days, and I got this much. Ta-da, look at that. So I think I was maybe about to here when I did my walkthrough. So now I've got I got the other guys, I got the flagpole, I mean, it's getting there. It's like 75, 76% done. I'm definitely gonna have this done. So I need him to go on one more trip so I can finish this. Cause this one is such a fast, fun stitch because it's one color. And I've got it on Pattern Keeper, so it's really fun to mark your progress and to check the stats to see what the progress is. And look at it, I love it. So this is Raising the Flag by Stitching Jules Designs, and I am stitching it on, the tag is here somewhere, 40 count pewter by Picture This Plus. And I'm just using DMC 310 that I bought a giant spool, a 5,000 something meter spool. It's like the size of a plunger. It actually looks like a plunger because I have a dowel in it. Anyway, it does look like a plunger. So the other whip that I was working on before I spun the wheel was my Second Day of Christmas by Hello from Liz Matthews. I think I got a little bit more of the bird done. So I got a little more of this turtle dove here, and I started filling in the chimney smoke, and I got my roofs on some of the houses. I love this. It is so pretty and so dainty. I'm doing it 1/1 on 32 count vintage smoky white, smoky, yeah, vintage smoky white, I think. And then all the called for NPI Silks, but look how cute it is. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I cannot wait. So I'm gonna wait for this guy to come back up on the wheel, because I kind of like not having to pick for myself what to stitch. I don't often like to be told what to do, but this tiny decision wheel kind of works for me, because I also don't like to make these huge decisions like, what should I stitch on next? Huge decision. Anyway, so those are my whips. I have 2 finishes, because that was another common comment that people were making is, why don't you just finish a couple of them that you're close to getting done? Well, I did. So the first one I finished was the red Faberge ornament with the gold leaves. So this guy's done. I love the sparkle. It's by Solaria Gallery. Solaria Gallery. I'll link all this stuff in our comments below. I didn't on the last video because there were so many. So any questions on the whip stuff, just shoot us a message or an email, and I'll let you know what it was. But this one is done. So, like I said, Mark wanted me to do one for each year for Christmas. So this would be last Christmas's. And because it's a series in our Whip It Good challenge, you're allowed to continue on with the series. So I may or may not do a 2021. Yes, I will. I will do one. And there's so many to choose from. Like I said, I had these 10 years, maybe even more, and I've never done anything with it. I mean, and I've got these, I've got the gold ones, I've got some yellow ones. I mean, there's just a ton. And it's solariagallery.com, solaria-gallery.com, if anybody wants to go look at what they have. They're gorgeous. I keep this in my Christmas ornament project bag. Katie made this for me last year for Christmas. I think she made one for all of us. Love that bag. My other finish was Quaker House Sampler by Carriage House Samplings. This is the one that I wasn't sure what to do with the initials. I just drawn a blank. So I ended up just filling it in with numbers. And then in here I put do you like my Band-Aid? I've got incredibly dry skin, and I crack at the knuckles. So this one was really hurting me. Side note, I'll use this finger. So in here I wrote our initials. You can't really tell, and I like that about it, but it's Mark's initials and my initials. And then I put a little heart in this window. Cannot see it at all. There you go. And then the year that we got married. So yeah, so I just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all just kind of scattered about. So that's a done. Done. I like that. Fun thing, because this never happens. I can't even call it a fully finished though. It's a mostly finished. I have a mostly finished, an MFO, mostly finished object, because I am going to make one change to the finish. So this is Metamorphosis by Ink Circles, which I finished last spring. I was up in Minnesota helping my mom when my dad got sick, and Stephanie from Keepsakes kitted this up and sent it to me. I asked her to send me pick whatever colors you want, Steph, pick the fabric for me, you know, just send it to me, and I want to do it this way, blah 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 blah. So she did. So it was a nice little care package that I received when I was sitting with my mom, going through that sad time, and I finished it. I finished it in like a week while I was there, and then I put it in the box, never to be seen or heard from again. And then I was thinking about those of you who commented on how just finish things, just pick one and finish one. I thought, well, I should do that with my finished box and do some FFOs, just finish one. So I picked one. I picked Metamorphosis, and it's mostly finished. So here's how I did it. I did it as a just kind of a hanging thing. You know, I just kind of put interfacing on the inside and put some real pretty wool with a herringbone pattern to it. And then I put this on a key to hang on the wall. So this key I just got a long time ago at Hobby Lobby, but I think I'm going to paint the key dark. I'm not a fan of it light, so I'm going to paint the key dark and do some of the distressing so the light shows through, and then this will be fully finished. Right now it's a MFO, mostly finished. But isn't it great? I like this one a lot. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. And the color, Stephanie, perfect. Perfect. So that hasn't happened in a long time, that I've had a fully or mostly finished anything. So happy about that. Some other things that I was working on. I told you guys in the last video that, and I hadn't shared any of my knitting ever before. So this is just a little simple knitting project. So I made some progress on my grandson's Christmas sweater. So this is for the oldest one, and it's curling in, so you won't be able to see. So this is the back section. So this is the back. I've got about another, he's the oldest, so he's 9 years old, but he's as tall as his mother. So that's why it looks like it might be an adult size sweater, because he's big boy. Skinny, but oh my gosh, so tall. So this is the back of his sweater. So this band here, I liked the wonkiness of the colors. It just appealed to me for whatever reason. So the stripe will go across the back and then across the front. And then when I'm knitting the front, I'm going to knit his initials W. So I'm going to knit the W kind of going through the stripe. So I'll have blue, orange, blue, orange, blue, orange. So I'm going to do it like that, and I think it'll look really neat. We'll see, but I'm hopeful. And then I have to pick out the wonky colors for the other ones, because I kind of I'm digging the orange with the teal, because I think it's weird, and I like that about it. So that's actually, I'm making some pretty good progress there. That one I can knit while I'm watching TV in the living room. I can't stitch in the living room. It's not quite bright enough at night, so when Mark's home at the end of the day and we're watching TV after dinner, I can knit while we're doing that. But stitching, no, I like to do that in my bright room, which is, oops, that room. It's all windows. So that is my happy stitching room. The other thing I'm going to update you on is Mark's desk, because I've done quite a bit on that. I do have a picture a couple days ago where I was at. I'm actually further along than this picture shows, but this picture was when I had half of the first base cabinet done. Excuse the laundry basket, I needed a weight to put on the top, but this is half of his desk. It now has these little cubby shelves all the way up, and then I've got a smaller section. It's going to, the other side is, oops, that's my grandson, is, hold on. So when you touch your screen, it changes. Okay, so this is a 6-inch section, 6-inch section, and then these are, I think, 12-inch sections. So the other side of the chair, the other piece is going to be 6 inches, 6 inches, and then another 6-inch section. So it'll be 16 all total. And then the top where it has two, it's going to be just one long one, but I'm going to put two face plates on it to make it look like two, but it's going to be one drawer, but it'll have two fronts. It'll look like two. And it'll be solid on the top with a hinge, so that he has some place to put his lunch when he eats at his desk. He can pull the drawer out, it'll have a solid top on it. That'll be on a hinge, so when he opens it up, he can have all of his plastic silverware, because he loves plastic silverware. Why? I don't know. So I'm going to load up his lunch drawer with plastic silverware, and it's going to be on a hinge. I think it's going to be neat. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to get it done. So I'm probably going to be ready to stain. We're going on vacation next week. So when I get back from vacation, I think I'll be ready to stain, because because I'll be that far. And then I get to put it together. Ooh, the other thing I bought an 8-foot butcher block countertop piece, unfinished, from Lowe's, with about a 10% veteran discount. And I'm going to stain that the same color, a real, like a clear black. So that'll be stained black, and the cabinet will be stained black, but the wood grain will show through, and then that'll be it. It's really turning out good. Okay, back to stitching, because I know that's what y'all really, really wanted to hear about. I have a couple of patterns that I purchased that I'm going to share. I don't normally share this because I don't normally purchase a whole lot, but for some reason I don't know. And I have more coming that I thought would have been here by now, but the mail, have you guys noticed that the mail has been not so good? It's been not so good. So it's taking me forever to mail things out. No, for things to be delivered once I've mailed out. It's taking forever for things to be delivered to me once I've purchased. I think even our last giveaway way back in October, I don't think she ever received it, and I have no idea what to do, and I'm so sorry. Post office, you're a business, run yourself appropriately. Anyway, let me show you what I bought. When I was looking at Modern Folk Embroidery's website, because they have really cool things, I bought this. And the pictures are not good. They're just black and white pictures that I printed off because they're all PDFs, because I don't have to depend on the U.S. Postal Service if it's PDF. So look at this guy. Isn't he cute? That is called Julbakken, the Yule goat. The Yule goat. Isn't he great? I totally am going to do that. Totally. The other one I bought, these four are all from Modern Folk Embroidery. I just thought this was beautiful. I saw this on the Modern Folk Embroidery's FlossTube, and it was lovely. So I thought, well, one day I'm going to do that because it's really pretty. It's the Zimmerman coverlet. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Really, really pretty. And I like it done on a real high count fabric, because I like when things look real dainty, and I think this one would be absolutely lovely done dainty. This one is called Winter Stars, a seasonal seasonal celebration from Modern Folk Embroidery. I liked this one so much, I bought the PDF twice. Twice. I bought it, and then a week later, I bought it again. Ugh. And I don't know if you can I know you can give away purchased copies, but I don't know if you can give PDF copies away. I don't know, because I know the copyright laws are different, but somebody let me know if you know. I mean, not if you're just guessing, but if you know, can I give this away if I bought it twice? I did. I love it though. I really love it, and I really will stitch this, but I'll probably only stitch it once. Anyway, so that's that. One more pattern I'm going to show you. I don't know if I'll ever stitch this in its entirety, but I love the border on this. It's Eleanor Parr, an English sampler from the Scarlet Letter. Look at that. Look at those birds. I think the girls are a little creepy, but oh my gosh, those birds. So if I stitch this ever, I won't do the creepy girls because they weird me out a little bit. But I love this. I love how bright and happy and birdie this looks. I don't know why. Don't know why. I have nothing in my anything that looks anything like this, which it might be why I like it so much. So that's Eleanor Parr. One day when we're allowed to start things again. But I already committed to my first start. My first St. Patrick's Day start is going to be Pavane for These Times by Long Dog. Remember, on 40 count, 1/1. I ordered some silks from Shakespeare's Peddler. I expected, and she shipped it out a week ago. Post office. But that's okay. That one's okay because I can't start it until I get back from vacation anyway. So we're going to Florida. Mark and I, my daughter Selena, her husband and 4 kids, and my daughter Alex, her husband and 1 kid. All of us are going down. We got a big beach house, VRBO beach house, and going down for the week. Wish me luck. Anyway, I think that's all I have for now. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments. I'm trying really hard to be more timely in responding, and I am really, really going to try hard to get a video out at least every 2 weeks or 3. So fingers crossed that we do it. Crystal, I need you back because I'm way better with you than I am alone. So be well, heal, come back to me. And everybody else, have a wonderful, wonderful 2 weeks, and I will see you soon. Bye.